Back at it, uSports Central. It's a Thursday. Big weekend coming up for all districts. Everybody's got big matchups. There's no more cupcake matchups anymore. Everything means something. Last night meant something. I truly believe the loser of West Mesa and Albuquerque High last night was out of the running for district.
At least first place.
Right. So if you look at one of the scores from last night, Valley trashes Rio Grande, right? They trash him. That's a good win. It was at Valley. We thought it would be a little bit tighter. You were even thinking upset. You were saying upset.
I never said that.
It wasn't an upset. So Valley is undefeated in district play. So that being said, I thought that the winner of this game still has a chance to win district, but the loser was going to be out because both teams were 2-1 between West Mesa and Albuquerque, Charles.
Yeah, similar styles. We were expecting a fast-paced game, a high 70 or low 70s, high 60 type of game. And when both teams knew coming into this game how big it was, as you mentioned, you're 2-1. You don't want to be 2-2, especially West Mesa. They're thinking we got to go play Valley at Valley because Valley came into our house and stole one. You got an Albuquerque High team who lost to Valley at home, now knowing they have to go back to Valley. Valley's sitting on the throne right now in a great spot. 4-0 with everyone coming to Valley.
They're in a great spot, but I think Albuquerque now with this win puts a little pressure on them. They're gonna play again. They're gonna match up again. It'll be for the district, no doubt about it, or at least a share of the district, which is very important for Albuquerque.
I'm still not sleeping on this West Mesa team because they still.
I'm not sleeping on them. They're not gonna win district though.
You're right.
They're in trouble.
Right.
A lot has to go their way for them to win district. Okay, well, let's get to it. This was West Mesa High School last night as the Mustangs hosting the Albuquerque High Bulldogs. I'll tell you what, from the very beginning, Charles, the Bulldogs were on point. This was one of the highlights, I guess, for West Mesa in the first half. Isaiah Curley with the triple. You had Yannick Olunga pull up. That's about an 18-footer splash. That's a good-looking shot by your boy Yannick. I love the way he's playing right now. It's all Bulldogs, 13-6. Ray J. Cole on the inside. Buckets.
The big fella down there finishing. Bulldogs pressuring the ball. West Mesa opening the corner. You got to get out there. Nice shot right there. Ring it up. Look at the score, 15-6, 15-9, 18-11, moving the ball moving. Hostry too open for a shooter like that. Drew Wasani needs to get out there and play better defense. And for good measure, Gabe Bump gets the high screen, gets the drive, gets the penetration, and you know he's going to knock that down.
He was smooth. Armillo had 4 triples in the season. That was Cole Perez. You're right. You're right. His defense has been big time. Maldonado going to get it to the outside. That's a pull-up for Schreier. Finally got something going in the third quarter, but you saw it was a 15-point lead. Here it is. Schreier's going to drive, a scoop out to the outside. One more. Do not let this guy heat up. Big-time buckets for Wasani. It's a 10-point game at this point, Charles. Your boy Armillo, though, big time, right?
He started stroking it, but the game slowed down. West Mesa likes to run, but for some reason they slowed the pace. Got some good shots. Wasani wide open, bangs the three. They're pressing, hoping to get some good things. Bulldogs break it. Armillo open. You cannot leave him that open. Knocks the three down off the press. And another good measure, Hostry open. Boom, Bulldogs, they made their threes last night.
Great. Well, it's a 6-point game all of a sudden. This was a big swing right here. Wasani at the free throw line can't hit, but Curley got the rebound and one. All of a sudden, it's a 3-point game from a 15-point game after Isaiah Curley hits the free throw. A high screen for Schreier. You know you got to get it to Wasani, right? Straight away, buckets. He was on point.
That was a little too open.
Well, another opportunity the other way. Bump finishes solid, doesn't he? Takes the lead. Albuquerque High on top. 1 point, Charles.
52-49. Wasani feeling it. Step back in your face, Mr. Perez.
Get off him.
Nice three. Look at the time. What we got? 22 seconds. Timeout. You know they're going there calling a nice play. Let's see what Garcia's going to draw up. A little bump. Actually calls the play for bump. Misses. Gabe Bump gets the tip. Put back in. 1.3 left on the clock. They have one chance to get it. The referees talk. They huddle up. They put 2 seconds at first, but then they decide 1.3. Here's the last play. Baseball pass. A little too hard. Bulldogs.
Ball
sneak one out.
Game.
54-52.
Your Bulldogs, Charles, 18-2 on the season. Get a 2-point W. Let's hear what Ron Garcia had to say.
Bump to get it on the curl, and then when they drop, you got Ray J, because Ray J's good at finishing those. The Bump just wills the game. I mean, he just got 2 tip-ins and got the last one to drop. And then referees have amazing eyes, man. They saw exactly 1.3, so that was good. They reset it, I guess, huh?
Nonetheless, you're going to listen. You were up 15 at half.
Yeah.
What happened in the third quarter, fourth quarter? Drew Wasani got real hot for West Mesa.
Drew started putting his head down and going to the basket, and he's a tough player. You can't control guys like that all 4 quarters. We just got to get smarter on what we do. I mean, God bless. I love Christian Enriquez with a couple fascinating layups that I wouldn't even have shot. And I was a hell of an athlete.
Well, now you're 3-1 in district play, and you're still hanging around with Valley. This was an important win for you guys on the road.
Very important. That gives us our 18th win, and now we have 4 straight district. We're the only team that has this. We have 4 straight district games on the road. So that was our second of 4, and we got to go to Trisco Friday, and then Valley next week. But if Valley won't mean it.
You know what? Coach
The soundbite
Garcia
king, huh?
never gives us a bad soundbite. The officials have really good eyes, apparently, with the 1.3 they put back on the clock.
Man.
Look, they struggled at the end, but Albuquerque High gets the W. That's what counts, Charles.
That's all that matters.
3-1 in district play
You get
now.
up big sometimes. And we see it all the time. Kids get up big, they kind of let down. They start doing some crazy things. Rio Rancho did the same thing, and you give a team confidence. That's the last thing you want to do is give a team confidence. West Mesa fought back, had a chance to win it. Albuquerque High squeaked it out, but as you mentioned, a win is a win, and the coach will take that any day.
Well, so now 2-2 West Mesa, 3-1 Albuquerque High in that district. We'll continue to see how it all plays out. Listen, we got Zach Gentry in the house for 3 and Out. We actually have Zach Gentry highlight
Literally
ready for
in the
you.
house. Okay.
Right? So, I mean, you got to remember this one, right? A little West Mesa shake and bake, and it is Zach Gentry down the sideline. Charles, you ain't going to catch him when he's cruising.
It looked like he was playing against Pee Wee football guys.
That's
So
easy.
big out there, just a big boy.
That's easy. This is why he's a D1 commit. Got offers that you'll never dream of, Charles. This right here is why he's like a deer, so graceful down the sideline.
Did you just call him a deer? So graceful. Come on, man. You can at least call it a gazelle. Sounds a little bit more manly, but look at this scrambling action. Keeps his eyes down the field. Throws a dart to a man wide open. Streaking. They had some really good games. Now we get to recap it. It's basketball season. We haven't been paying attention to football anymore. And look at that, another strike down the seam. My man in stride, which is key for a quarterback.
This is not a replay of the highlight we showed you earlier. This was his back-to-back 80-plus yard runs against Mayfield. That was that fantastic game which went into overtime. El Dorado won.
Seems like they're in overtime
Gentry
every week.
against Cleveland, a little shake and bake at the 30. Get out of my way to the 10, barreling in. Tons of highlights.
And right here, look, he shows that arm strength, falling back, strike right through the middle, and right here, got good feet, good stance, strikes it. The kid has
David
it all.
Inman. David Inman was a monster this year too, right? This was the state semifinals on the run, a heave. There's 6 on the board right there.
They just trotted in. Look at this jogging.
It'll be fun. We'll talk to him in just a moment. Charles, 3 and Out, to see where he's at with Michigan, the sign yesterday and everything, all of above. Real quick, I just want to visit back to Albuquerque High, though. Now they have to play Valley next week, but they can't look ahead, can they? Because they got a Trisco Heritage first.
You got a dangerous Trisco team that's fighting for that second, third spot. So these games are important. Trisco is going to be fired up. It's at a Trisco. Albuquerque High beat them the first time, so they're going to try to get some payback. Coach Ortega is great with second
And like
game
you
preparation.
said, Valley doesn't want to slip up
At all.
against West Mesa next week before those 2 teams meet, because even if they were to lose to Albuquerque, they can split the district, which would be favorable for both teams. So I'm just saying, both teams
And
can't
for
look
the
ahead,
district.
right?
Yeah, no, not at all.
All right, we'll come back here in just a second. 3 and Out. We'll have Zach Gentry right here. Bring it back.
In
It's all the
the house.
motivation you need.
Yeah, in the house.